MROAD. And if you don't know what MROAD is,
emotional damage.
here we go! What's up, everybody? Welcome back here to TEAM SWARTZ, and if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. So, 2021 was a crazy year. In this video will be a review of 2021 and the way forward going into 2022. I didn't quite hit all my metrics that I had in mind, the goals that I had set, but I still had a very successful year. In 2022, I expect to be nothing less, both personally and professionally. We do have some obstacles in our way, but we will get through it. And if you don't know what's going on here, this, as you can tell, is a different setup. I had to transition my makeshift home studio / home office from my bedroom into my dining room, which you see behind me. I will show you a tour in a second, so stick around. So if you are new here and you don't know who I am, my name is Lewis, your local New York Army National Guard's full-time recruiter and part-time drill sergeant, conveniently located in Midtown Manhattan. With that being said, that is my full-time job. I actually wear multiple hats, which is here on YouTube is another one, which is a part-time hobby. Okay, so on my free time, early mornings, late evenings, or even on weekends, I create content for you to help individuals make a well-informed decision throughout the enlistment process in the United States Army, to include helping them prepare themselves both mentally and physically for Army basic training. So I'm a recruiter, drill sergeant, YouTube / content creator / filmmaker, videographer, editor, all that stuff, whatever you want to call it. So those are three of the main things that I have going on professionally / personal, right? I'm also a father of one with a second one on the way, which is why my studio behind me is in my dining room versus my bedroom. We are expecting another
I'm happy.
So we are super excited. We are so stoked and preparing for that, which means I have very aggressive professional goals as a recruiter to make mission or quota by the end of April or through hopefully by the end of May. So because we're expecting our baby girl sometime between May and June. So if you know anybody in New York who's looking to join, hit me up. But that's not why I'm creating this video or any of the videos on my channel. I never ever created my content on social media platforms with the intent to solely recruit. I create content because I love helping people. It's one of the main reasons why I volunteered to become a recruiter for the Army National Guard over 17 years ago. This July will make a solid 18 years in recruiting, and I love what I do. In 2015, moving forward, is when I took social media more seriously and doubled down on YouTube August of 2020 once I graduated from the Drill Sergeant Academy. So with that being said, that is why I create my content. And I'm kind of like torn because sometimes I do want to hard sell the Army National Guard because I am a full-time recruiter, but I'm also afraid that if I do that, I will turn off a key part of my audience, because nobody likes when someone's like, buy my product, buy my product, buy my product. So that's something I'm struggling with. And as I move forward, you know, I took all my money that I've earned through my YouTube, Google AdSense earnings when I monetized my channel, and I reinvested it into new equipment and software for the channel. I upgraded my camera, my computer, the software, lights, mics, and all that great stuff, right? So I'm always constantly pursuing to create better quality content. You don't have to be the best here on YouTube, but you do have to be different. And better is better than your best, because when you get in your head, get in your mind that this isn't perfect, I become such a perfectionist on certain things. That is why I struggle to put out content in a timely fashion sometimes, is because I am a bit of a perfectionist. People have a notion that, you know, obviously I have good quality. Like I hear it all the time from recruiters that they're afraid to start their content creation because they look and compare themselves to what I put out. Now this took years to create and to get you know, accustomed to and to build to, and no one says it had to be like this, but I enjoy the process of creating, filming, editing, posting, all that stuff. And I love being in front of the camera, as you can tell. I think that I'm good at it, but I'm always looking to get better. And sometimes having that perfectionist mindset is when I'm afraid to pull the trigger on certain projects or content and so on and so forth. So that is something that I'm struggling with. And because I am juggling multiple hats, that is why I'm contemplating on either quitting YouTube and content creation, or dialing it back, or even maybe putting pause on social, because I am wearing so many different hats and I do have a lot of things going on. And the biggest thorn that's going on in recruiting now is MROAD. And if you don't know what MROAD is,
emotional damage.
It's essentially the MEPS being able to pull up your prescription history in the past, and it's affecting recruiting across the country in all branches of services. So if you don't know what that is, I'll post a link of a video I recently did. I will have to do an updated video because somebody from their policy writing department in Illinois was kind enough to reach out to me and give me some updates so that I can share it with y'all. So with that being said, typically our company writes like 150 plus or minus contracts per month, and last month in December, because MROAD took effect in December 1st, moving forward, we enlisted about 53, 54 for the month, and January is not looking good. But luckily your boy is doing good. He's on mission line, meaning that I'm where I need to be year to date as far as quota, or what we like to refer to in the Guard as mission. It just sounds better. Tomato, tomato, same thing. But with that being said, my first 90 days, going back, dialing it back a little bit, most of 2021, I was working as a virtual recruiter, participating in the National Guard Bureau's pilot program in virtual recruiting, which is now transitioning into 2.0, which I'll get to the highlight of that in a second. But for the first 9 months, that's what I was doing. And for the month of September, I was preparing to hit the ground running as a in-person street recruiter October 1st. So if you're new to the Army or the military, we don't go by calendar year, we go by fiscal year. So October through September is the fiscal year of 2022 of recruiting. That's what we're doing. So for the first 3 months of our new fiscal year, started off great, ended not so good, but I'm still where I need to be. I'm at the minimum location of mission / quota, whatever you want to call it. So the first 2 months I enlisted 4 people. Enlisted meaning contracted. 3 out of the 4 were through my social media efforts, indirectly of course, because I never hard sell the Guard for the most part. And one of them was a referral through a prior enlistment. So with that being said, December, I didn't enlist anybody. I'm letting the dust settle with this new MROAD thing. I'm seeing the different struggles that people are going through and the way forward. That's okay. MROAD is not the end all be all. We are just gonna have to adapt, adjust, and overcome, and it is a storm that we are going to have to lean into. So if you are a recruiter, you're new, and you haven't weathered any storms of recruiting, buckle up, Buttercup. It's about to get rough. So maintain your mental resiliency and push on, because it is gonna be a bumpy ride. But I've weathered so many storms with almost 18 years worth of experience. This is just another storm of recruiting. So stick around, do the right thing, stay the course, do what you're supposed to do, think creatively, and create a plan, right? We're gonna have to adapt and adjust, just like when the vid hit in 2020 moving forward, right? We had to adapt and change how we do certain things, from prospecting to appointments to processing and so on and so forth. So the better you are equipped at mentally and physically adapting to the changes, you will increase your probability of making mission. The New York Army National Guard is the #1 state in the country right now, and hopefully we will maintain that. But we are going through some hiccups now. And again, this is branch wide. Every branch of service is being impacted by this new MROAD requirement. But we will get through this. I have started in like September, I believe, is when I started online college. So I'm juggling all these different things. I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a college student, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a recruiter, I'm a drill sergeant, all these different hats that I'm juggling. And I find it difficult at times to manage my time appropriately. Time management is key, and if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So I like to wake up early, right around 4 or 5 o'clock. I do my power hour for my personal development, content creation, editing, all that stuff. College homework, all that stuff gets done early in the morning, to include my PT, my physical training. I do my normal duty hours, about 8 hours of recruiting efforts throughout the day, and then obviously family time in the evening. So time management, personally and professionally is something that requires a lot of self-discipline, adhering to your plan, and adapting it when necessary. You're not gonna be able to accomplish everything, so that's why it's very, very important to identify your primary targets, your secondary targets, and your tertiary targets when executing your time management plan. Again, it is a plan that is supposed to be fluid. You need to adapt, adjust certain things throughout your day, and it's one of the struggles we have as a recruiter or in any profession or personal lifestyle that you currently live. But you gotta stay the course, right? You're gonna have setbacks, you're gonna have curveballs thrown at you. That's okay. Adapt, adjust, and overcome. So that being said, one of the two major highlights of 2021, if you haven't noticed on my Instagram, or if you haven't been through my live streams to learn about it there, my wife and I, we are expecting another baby girl. So that's the reason for the setup behind me. I had to transition my home studio slash home office from my bedroom into the dining room to create space in the bedroom for our baby that is coming sometime in May, June timeframe, which is why in 2022, I have a lot of aggressive goals, which we'll get to in a second. But with that being said, one of the major highlights that I had in 2021 was I was requested to go with Sergeant Varucha, which is another New Jersey Army National Guard recruiter, to fly out to Little Rock, Arkansas, and to develop a course for the virtual recruiters that with the SMTC, the Strength Maintenance Training Center, which is the home of the development for classes and coursework for recruiters or recruiting in general, and the Professional Education Center are the ones who actually carry out that training. So hopefully the classes that we help develop with content creation, online engagement, so on and so forth, will not only be taught to the virtual recruiters, but eventually integrated into the coursework for future 79 tangos, the MOS or the skill identifier for recruiters for the Army National Guard. So that to me was awesome because I had a direct impact on the virtual recruiting and the eventually recruiters of the future, because social media is extremely important. All the attention for applicants and potential recruits for the military, all their attention is on the cell phone. Traditional TV, radio is gone. It's outdated, it's over. All the attention is on mobile devices, which is another reason why I create content on here for y'all, so that you can do your research and make better, well-informed decisions and to prepare yourself for basic training and so on and so forth. So in 2022, moving forward, I have a lot of aggressive personal and professional goals. And as previously described, my wife and I are expecting our baby girl in late May, early June. So my goal and intent is to make mission or quota by the end of April, which was more realistic before MROAD hit, but that might not be a realistic goal now. But by the end of June, preferably the end of May, we still may be able to make it with your help. But with that being said, that is my professional goal for that personal reason. But I have until the end of September to make that happen. But we're not like that. We are go-getters here, right? We are overachievers, and I will not fail. I will stick to that goal as much as possible, and nothing will stop me, to include MROAD. On a personal side note, I anticipate and hope that, because in 2021, I converted, out of all the leads that were cultivated and developed through my social media efforts, 12 of them contracted as a direct result of my social media efforts. So therefore, in 2022, my personal goal is to contract 20 individuals as a direct effort through my social media efforts. That is my personal goal, through leveraging social to convert them into contracts. Again, it's not about the contracts, but from a recruiter's mindset, that is my goal. Also, I am going back to SMTC, the Strength Maintenance Training Center, to actually teach the classes that I help cultivate, create for SMTC, to be hopefully in the end be instituted into PEC, the Professional Education Center for all future 79 tangos, which are recruiting and retention NCOs. So if you're gonna be a new recruiter going through that class in the future, let me know what you think of that. That will be happening hopefully in March. Throughout 2022, I will continue to take 1 to 2 college classes. I'm only taking 1 now. That's pretty much all I think that I can take because it's quite stressful juggling a full-time job as a recruiter, a part-time content creator for YouTube and social, and trying to be as present as possible as a father and a husband to my wife and child now and my future daughter. So it's going to be a wild, wild year. In addition to that, I'm always looking to up the ante to my content creation. And in 2021, one of the pieces of equipment that I upgraded or purchased to improve the quality and look of my channel is I actually purchased a drone. I actually bought a Skydio 2 drone, which has an AI attached to it, which will follow you wherever you go. And I also bought a controller so that I can do some cinematic drone shots as well. And that will be a lot of fun, but it wasn't until after I made the purchase and received my drone that I found out that in the United States, due to FAA federal laws, I must have a Part 107 FAA drone license to be able to use that footage on my YouTube channel, because FAA sees YouTube as a business. So therefore, because it is monetized through the Google AdSense, because I do make money through the ads, they look at it as a form of business. So I am gonna have to get my Part 107 FAA license. So that is something that I'm studying now through a video online course that I purchased and through the books that I got as well, so that I can get that. I hear that I could study for like 2 to 4 weeks and be able to get it. So I'm just gonna have to hunker down and make that happen and take the test so they can get my license to be able to do that in 2022. I also purchased an online filmmaking class so I can fine tune my skills here on YouTube and my other content creation. That is my passion here on YouTube. It's not to recruit, even though that's all I've been talking about so far in this video. That's a byproduct of me creating this content. I just like helping people. To be different on YouTube, I am more accurate than any other military YouTuber, giving you advice on the enlistment process or to prepare yourself for basic training. That's what I pride myself, being different in that way, and to have the best quality possible in the visuals, the audio, the sound design, the music, right? As you can tell, my content has improved immensely, and that is all because I've researched on how to make better edits leveraging Final Cut Pro, which is the online professional software program that I use to edit my videos. I have various subscriptions for music and sound design through Epidemic Sound and Artlist, to include story blocks where I can also get like sound effects there as well, to include additional visuals that I may not be able to get. Like if you watch my How to Prepare for Army Basic Training, all the visuals that you see, the B-roll footage outside of the actual soldiers that I filmed running on the shore in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, all those additional edits were through story blocks. And again, this is not a sponsored video of those 3 resources or whatnot. It's just those are the things that I'm leveraging to create better content for you, to make my videos better than just talking headshots like you see in this video. So with that being said, so if you made it this far into the video, I need your help, because I am seriously contemplating on possibly quitting YouTube or dialing it back so that I don't post as much, or double down and create even more content, because I do have a personal goal of reaching 100,000 subscribers to get that play button, that silver play button. That's a personal goal of mine, not to impact you in any shape, form, or fashion, but that's just like an achievement that I would like to get. Now, I don't care if you subscribe to the channel, if you're not already subscribed. If you haven't and you like this content, do consider subscribing. But I'm at that point where I feel like I'm juggling those different hats and I struggle with time management. It's not an easy task. Again, full-time recruiter, part-time YouTuber, part-time drill sergeant, full-time daddy, full-time spouse, right? And there's all these different things that need to get done, and I'm not perfect, right? There's always room for improvement. I remember my friend who retired now, Earl Yarborough, phenomenal guy, phenomenal recruiter, awesome dad. And he asked me one day, or he told me one day, he was like, what is the biggest room in the world? And I laughed, I was like, the Oval Office. And he's like, no, the biggest room is the room for improvement. And I feel like moving forward that I'm going to double down and create more content. Let me know down in the comment section what you think, or what are your thoughts on that? Quit, dial back, or double down and create more. Because my goal right now is to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2022. That is my personal goal, and I think I could do it. I might have to either quit college, or I don't know, I have to, or maybe get better with my time management and create a different battle rhythm that's fluid, that's not as structured, and actually have and maintain that self-discipline and accomplishing certain tasks on certain days by a certain time. And that is what I'm struggling with, because I want to post 2 videos a week. One vlog with a themed topic of the day, a talking head video that I typically do about basic training or recruiting process or so on and so forth, a short, right? A entertainment short, movie short, right? To get more eyes and views to the channel. But that doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to convert into a subscriber. So that's what like my mind is at in the content creation and the mindset of YouTube. Now, I don't do YouTube for the monetization through the Google ads. That's icing on the cake. It's not a lot, but it definitely helps, obviously. And I enjoy what I do here on YouTube. And at one point in 2021, I was all about the views, all that stuff. And I think I'm just gonna fall back on doing the content that I enjoy, that y'all want, versus chasing video topic ideas that are going to leverage the most views and engagement. This is what we're gonna do. This is how I'm gonna know if you think that I can hit 100,000 subscribers. So if I get 1,000 comments of "here we go" down in the comments, that will let me know that I should double down, do not quit. Oh, and if you're not already, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon, and turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything.